Your business doesn't have a marketing problem, it has a you problem. Most business owners are constantly hiding behind paid ads, flashy marketing strategies, but the real problem is much, much deeper. It's how you're subconsciously programmed. So if you continue to focus all of your efforts on marketing, you simply won't scale, no matter how much more money you spend on ads or how many more hours you work. For many years, I was obsessed with the latest marketing strategies, latest like lead generation strategy. And no matter how much money I plugged into like different marketing agencies, how many different copywriters I hired, I found that no matter what I did, nothing would work. So I thought to myself, hey, listen, it's just the industry. I started to blame the industry or the product they're selling. And no matter who I got on board, and these were some of these people I was working with had been like running successful campaigns for other people that had made like multiple like millions. His clients are doing that or her clients are doing this much. I'm guaranteed to win. And the crazy thing was when I tried the strategy, guess what happened? Nothing changed. And I'm like scratching my head. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. I'm using the same marketing agency whose other clients are really crushing it. But every time I seem to try the strategy for myself, I just can't get past a certain point. My income was like $2,500 a month. And as soon as I got up to like 3,000, maybe 3,200, something would always happen and I'd get back down to that 2,500. And I didn't realize this, but there was a pattern. But maybe you have a pattern in your income right now and you just haven't identified it. And this was a turning point. I remember speaking to this one marketing guru. She was like amazing and her clients were like winning massively. So I started working with her. And the crazy thing is one day she said, you know what, Mindy, you don't get it. You really don't get it because you've been at this for quite some time. I'm doing the exact same thing as all these other people that are running like X amounts, 200K a month, 300K a month. She goes, strategy's never the problem. I'm like, hang on a minute, you're a marketeer and you're telling me strategy's not the problem. What do you mean? And I didn't understand what she meant and she could see that I was confused and she goes, let me just put it to you simply, in simple terms. You don't have the right mindset. You don't have the right beliefs subconsciously that you can actually get there. So it's your subconscious mind that's actually controlling your results. I'm like, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I don't really believe deep down in my core that I can actually hit the goal that I want. I actually realized that, hey, maybe it's not a marketing problem. It was me. When I finally figured out that it wasn't the marketing, I sought the right help and figured out what the actual problem really was. And when I started to correct that, my income started to shoot up from like doing 2,500 a month to my first 9K day and to like multiple six figures, all the way up to 500,000 months. Ever since then, I've helped thousands of business owners all around the world because look, most people's problem is they think it's a marketing problem, but that's a misbelief, that's a misconcept, that's not real. Because if you're programmed to earn 10,000 a month, how can anything on the outside like the marketing strategy or anything like that get you to that 20 or 30K a month? It's a program, so you must change the program before the results change. So let me tell you about Dr. Anna. She came to me and she was stuck between 4 to 6K a month for over 10 years. No matter what she did, burnt a bunch of money at marketing strategies, she knew it all. And yet her income wasn't going up. So Dr. Anna asked me for my help and I showed her exactly where she was going wrong because she was really frustrated and tired. And within 4 weeks of working with me, she doubled her income and within 8 weeks, she tripled it.
Once I started with you, within 4 weeks, I doubled my income. Another 4 to 6 weeks after that, I had tripled my income almost effortlessly.
The crazy thing is, she didn't change anything to do with her marketing.
I didn't have to do any extra work.
Did you do any extra marketing?
I didn't know marketing.
After helping thousands of business owners scale to 6, 7, and 8 figures using manifestation and subconscious principles, there are 3 things that I help Dr. Anna do, which I'm going to share with you in this video. The first thing is, before your income changes, before any marketing is going to work for you, you need to understand this one thing, that you have a subconscious mind. Inside your subconscious mind, there's a part that dictates how much money that you earn. It's got nothing to do with how smart you are, it's got nothing to do with how much experience you have, and it's definitely got nothing to do with how much money you spend on ads. Have you ever noticed that your income never drops below a certain point, and it never goes above a certain point? And sometimes when it does creep above a certain point, it soon comes crumbling back down. Then you tell yourself, I knew this was going to happen. This was too good to be true. And then you see this constant cycle happening over and over again. And no matter how much money you plug into marketing, no matter how much strategy you do, maybe you rebrand, or maybe even like bring in new services, buy new equipment to start offering new services, nothing changes. So go back into the last maybe 3 years of your income and go see this pattern. So what's it not go below and what's it never go above? That's going to give you an idea, a range, a gauge of where you're subconsciously programmed. And if you want to increase that, you want to double or triple just like Dr. Anna did, you have to work on the financial thermostat that's dictating your income. If you're really enjoying this content and you want to find out more about how your financial thermostat works and how to actually change it, I put together a free 5-day masterclass. There's going to be a link in the description below where you can register for your seat. It's going to be insanely explosive, like 5 days of insane, powerful teaching. So make sure you hit the link in the description below and register for your free seat for the 5-day masterclass. So number 2, stop feeding your financial thermostat with negative data. When I was doing like $2,500 a month myself, all of my conversations were around me being stuck, me not being able to get out my $2,500 a month. All that complaining that I was doing was giving my financial thermostat more data, so it's just solidifying what it believed. And there's no way that I can actually break out that income because all I'm doing is programming my subconscious mind for $2,500 over and over again. And that's why most people stay stuck. That's why all the marketing that I was doing wasn't working. What conversations are you having with yourself continuously about your current level of income? Start to think about more of what you do want, not what you don't want. So write out a level of income that you'd love to achieve and start having thoughts around that. Like imagine telling yourself that I'm already doing this, I'm already doing this. Now we're not just talking about imagined reality. What we want to do here is break that old thought process of you telling yourself something negative, of being stuck. Because if you keep on telling yourself you're going to be stuck, guess what? That's the only thing you'll ever be. And no amount of marketing, positive thinking is going to change that. Number 3, you've got to start to embody that person that you would be. So in every single action that you take, you've got to take some aggressive action and start to align those actions with those beliefs that you want. See, a lot of people spend a lot of time thinking positively, but they won't back it up with aggressive action. Like you've got to have this mental toughness. A lot of people break down when it comes to the action part, but it's the action that's going to cause the reaction from the universe. If you don't take action, guess what? Not much changes. So check in with yourself, like, what sort of action are you taking? Are you kind of putting things off? If you're not going to have this momentum, building momentum, guess what? You're going to be going backwards, and backward motion is not where the attraction happens. So I always want to go forward, There's going to be things coming out, you're telling you not to do something. No, don't do it. It's not chill out, relax. You don't need to do this today. But here's the thing. You want to get to a certain point in life, you have to pay the price, and paying the price is for your actions. Action, reaction. So can you start to embody this new person? Can you feel what it would be like if you already hit the goal that you wanted? Think about a boxer walking to the ring, knowing that they're going to have a fight. Do you think that person is not thinking about gearing themselves up for war? They're going to be like psyching themselves up, getting into this state. They wouldn't be walking to the ring like with their head down. They want to show confidence. They want to show poise. They want to show, I'm ready for this. And when you do that, you project a different energy out into the universe, and that's changing your vibration. It's really, really important to start to embody that person. So I want you to embody that person for the rest of the day, like a real rainmaker. What's that version of you really like? So if you really enjoy this video, you're going to absolutely love the next video that I put together. The next video, I'm going to break down exactly when you should be paying for marketing. So the video is right here. Go check it out.